Hey guys, it is Mike. Today I'm going to do a little review on a 1979 slasher called Tourist Trap. I enjoy this movie. It is not the scariest, fastest paced horror movie ever made, but it is a fun little watch. It stars one of my favorite actors from back in the day. He was in a movie called The Rifleman. His name is Chuck Connors, and he plays this kindly old guy who runs a defunct tourist attraction on a side road. You know, the big bad government came through and built a highway and took all the business away from his little museum. So what ends up happening is we have a couple of people who the car breaks down and he needs a new tire. So he drives up to he walks all this way to this tourist trap. It looks like it's a gas station restaurant, but when you go in there, there's nobody there. So that would have been my first indication to get the hell out of Dodge, but he didn't. And he becomes our first victim of some kind of weird telekinetic silliness that is a part of this movie. All this stuff starts getting tossed at him from cabinets, and he's trying to get out the door, but the door won't open, the windows won't open. Although a mannequin did fly through one of the windows, so that window was wide open. Why didn't he jump out of that? I don't know. But he ends up with a big old pipe going through him. So, fast forward, we come up to a group of kids, including Tanya Roberts, who has gone on to make a career for herself. And she's been on some of the kids shows and done voiceovers and stuff, and really pretty. But being a Charlie's Angels fan, she really tanked when she first started on Charlie's Angels. She got better as she went along, but oh Lord. At first I thought, I'm not going to make it through this season, but I love my Cheryl Ladd and I love my Jacqueline Smith, so I stuck with it. Anyway, so we have these four, a guy and three girls. Molly, and then I don't know the other two girls' names. I don't remember. But yeah, they're off in their little Jeep. They're headed to meet their friends. They're going to have a good time. And they find their friend's car on the side. Actually, it's a guy and two girls. Molly and then the Tanya Roberts character. Debbie? Sally? I don't know. Anywho, so they pull over. The girlfriend of the guy who wheeled the tire to the tourist trap is still sitting waiting for him to come back with a new tire. They pick her up and they kind of follow what track they thought he would take, and then they see the tire. They pull up to the museum, and that's when we meet Chuck Connors' character. He's pretty creepy, or he's like a gentle, kind old man. His wife has died. His brother left him to go become a great designer for mannequins or whatever in the city, whatever that means. And then you have this creepy old wax museum. And the weird thing is how much the heads of all these wax museum things really look like people. Kind of freaks them all out, but they don't say much. So basically we have the guy, his Jeep broke down right there as they were headed to the tourist trap to look for their friend. And you have all kinds of craziness and mayhem going on. So the boyfriend of Tanya Roberts and Chuck Connors' character go to fix the Jeep. Chuck Connor, while they're away, the one girl that they picked up, she decided there's this house behind the tourist trap. And Chuck Connors said that he lives in the museum, that nobody lives in the house. So she's like, that doesn't make any sense. So she, of course, being a nosy bitch, takes off, heads to the house. Does not end well for her. Imagine that. So then we have Chuck Connors coming back, and he kind of has the hots for the blonde girl named Molly. He comes back and says, "Yeah, your boyfriend went into town. He needs another part, but we were able to get it started, and he's headed to town." Okay. And they were like not happy with that, so he said, all right, I'll go see what I can do. And he disappears again, and this time Molly and Tanya Roberts' character goes to the house to try to find a friend. Well, Tanya finds her. Doesn't turn out well. And then eventually we have the guy and Tanya Roberts tied up down in a basement. There's a girl laying on the bed on this slab. She's still alive. She tells them they're all going to die. And eventually this masked guy comes down and shows up with all these weird little party want to have a party, so happy, and then he basically covers this girl's face in plaster, and like he keeps saying, you won't die from not being able to breathe, your heart will stop from fear, and that's pretty much what happens. It's pretty creepy. So eventually Tanya and her boyfriend get loose. They find Molly, who was almost drowned and was tied up in a bed, and that's when they figure out that kindly Chuck Connors was actually the guy doing all the killing, that he had actually killed his brother and his wife because they were screwing around with each other. But yeah, basically Molly is the only one left at the end of this, I'll tell you that. Lots of fun, easy movie to watch. So if you enjoy kind of a creepy, manic-y, kind of wax museum-y horror movie, you'll love this one. All right, guys, thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.